The Fallout TV show Season 2 is almost here. And I am excited, I have to say. I'm probably gonna review it like I reviewed The Acolyte. Every single episode. It's gonna be great. Roaring campfires in space. Burning steel. Burning stone. Man, there was a lot of stupid shit in that show. And I'm sure the Fallout Season 2 is also gonna deliver hefty. But we know that something needs to happen. Because Bethesda's not obviously just gonna not use this golden opportunity to promote some of their products, Fallout related, and do things like that. And it's considering Season 2 is gonna be Fallout New Vegas. Or, effectively, what is the debt of Fallout New Vegas? Todd never loses an opportunity, you see? We're maybe gonna get something. And people are obviously talking. Maybe we're getting Fallout New Vegas too. No, obviously not. That's never happening. But maybe. A Fallout New Vegas remaster. No, obviously not. Todd is actually gonna find a way to nuke the world before he gets humiliated once again by Fallout New Vegas. He literally... I firmly believe that Todd Howard wakes up many nights just screaming in a cold sweat remembering Fallout New Vegas. Because if you don't know this, New Vegas is the greatest disaster that has ever befallen upon Todd Howard and Bethesda. Imagine this. Here's the story. Imagine you're Todd Howard, a 5'3" manlet. So you already have a lot of issues in your life. The compensation is off the charts already, okay? Life's not easy, that's what I can tell you. That's why you need to be a millionaire. You need to be beloved by the people, and you need to adjust set details so you don't look short. He actually does that, by the way, if you haven't noticed. My god, he actually does it. He has smaller than average chairs specifically for him. It's hilarious. But in any case, you buy the Fallout franchise, and now you're gonna make your big thing, okay? Starfield is not yet in the picture, so this is gonna be your big ticket thing. This is gonna be your legacy for now, until something greater happens. Fallout. No, not Fallout, but Starfield, obviously. So you make Fallout 3, and it's a success. People like it. Even though there's a lot of stupid garbage in there. For example, it's your destiny to die in an irradiated chamber and everyone's effectively fighting for the same stupid reason of just flipping a switch and letting a bunch of water go. I'm over-exaggerating here. Don't get all of hot and feely in the comments just yet. Wait a minute, this is going somewhere, obviously. And then you decide, you know what, Fallout 3 made a lot of money. People loved me. And, well, might as well just get a little bit more money without losing anything. How about I give this company called Obsidian Entertainment the Fallout IP so they can do like a spin-off thing in the Fallout 3 engine, make something. And I'm gonna give them the rough equivalent of 3 days, that's 4 fingers, 3 days to make it. Fallout New Vegas was made in a very, very short period of time. Was it 1 or 2 years or something like that? It's ridiculous. So Todd Howard thinks it's just going to be a small payday and it's all going to be fine. And then Fallout New Vegas hits. And people love it! It's the greatest thing since sliced bread. It instantaneously eclipses Fallout 3. People don't even talk about Fallout 3 anymore. It's all just New Vegas. And if that's not already completely killing our boy Todd Howard inside, it gets worse. You see, Fallout New Vegas becomes so beloved, so good, so absolutely just top tier, that it becomes the benchmark for Fallout games to compare them to. So now Todd Howard literally cannot make a single Fallout game that does not get compared to New Vegas because it's undoubtedly the best game. The only thing you did not slap your dirty little midget name on, and it completely eclipses everything you have done in your life. Man! You need to understand, Todd has legit reasons to want to kill Fallout New Vegas. It's kind of blindingly obvious, isn't it, when you put things in this perspective? Man.
Speaking of which, ladies and gentlemen, we're here to talk about Fallout New Vegas. I've been going through my comments, been going through my Twitter mentions, and I've been getting one question very often, or one statement. Now's got to be the time that we get a New Vegas remaster, or I'm not replaying New Vegas now for Season 2. I'm waiting for that remake. And so, in natural Mr. Matty fashion, we're going to get into the granular detail, starting with Fallout Season 1, working our way through the timeline of what I think Bethesda is planning for Season 2. And the too long didn't read is that if we do get a Fallout New Vegas remaster or remake, whatever it may be, I think it's...
So, by the way, we know in the show that New Vegas is dead. Effectively, it's dead. Maybe House is still there, like, slightly kicking around. But you bet Lucy is gonna just open the pod and be like, ew! And then she's gonna leave or kill him or something like that. And there's gonna be a flashback? And how stupid do you think the flashback is gonna be? Like, what are gonna be the reasons that New Vegas fell? Oh man, it's gonna be wild.
2029, the earliest. And to get a little bit deeper than that, I think there's a possibility that Bethesda may not give us that at all and may opt to give us a brand new game set in that location. I'll break it all down, but this is a lot of speculation and fun conversation. I was originally thinking maybe I hold this topic for later in the year when we get closer to the show. I imagine the video would do better that way, but as I thought about it more, for those who do watch my content frequently, this is a good way to set expectations, so I feel like you know what to expect going into the Season 2 launch. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, if you're new here, of course, if you're into Fallout, you're in the right place, but anything gaming, consider subscribing. We'd love to have you.
You know what's probably the best part about Bethesda currently? That Rod Ferguson left Diablo 4 and he didn't go to Bethesda. he went to destroy BioShock. We're gonna talk about that later, by the way. Rod Ferguson, the Reaper of gaming. The guy literally, everything he touches has turned to shit. It's insane. Like, the guy has a legacy of effectively destroying gaming. It's insane. Now it's gonna destroy BioShock.
So, to get to where I want to get with New Vegas and its remake conversation, I want to start all the way at the beginning, Season 1. It's around the top of 2024, and if I'm Bethesda, here's what I think is going through their head. We have zero expectations for this show. We don't think it's going to do that great at all. Why do I think that? Number one, across the entire Fallout franchise, they had zero content ready for the launch of Season 1. I'm talking merch was barely being pushed. Fallout 76 got a Vault 33 jumpsuit. Fallout 4's next-gen update came out weeks after the TV show had already aired and the hype had kind of come and gone. And 3, they dropped...
That was a good thing because this update destroyed Fallout 4. I mean, it effectively completely killed it.
The entire season at once. Amazon dropped the entire season at once. So when it banged, they were like, oh, okay, well, now expectations seem to be in the right place if business moves are to tell us anything. One, Fallout Daystream being a thing. That's pretty important to note that they've identified somehow all this time later, Fallout is big enough to warrant having its own stream with its own slew of announcements every single year. 2, Amazon is doing Amazon things like now releasing Fallout Weekly to sustain its subscriber counts. 3, Bethesda has said that Fallout 76 will actually have tie-in material with the show. More on that in a little bit. And 4, Xbox has reportedly greenlit both Fallout 5 and, according to Jordan Midler of Video Game Chronicle, the Fallout game that you have been asking for within a year of the show's launch. So, keeping that in mind, they didn't expect much because they...
Well, something needs to happen. But yeah, okay. The reason why nothing was pushed because they did not expect the Fallout TV show to go well. Because they tried, they put a lot more resources in the Halo TV show, Microsoft did. And it completely flopped. Like, the Halo TV show is ass, and everyone knows it. And no one likes it. So, Microsoft did not expect anything from the Fallout TV series. Which just shows how stupid, honestly, Microsoft is, honestly. Because Halo is a cool game concept. Fallout is a cool game concept. But Fallout is probably the better show material. Halo can probably work, I guess, but you're never getting a Battlestar Galactica out of it, you know? But Fallout wise, yeah, sure, that's kind of easy.
Somehow didn't know Fallout's like this huge phenomenon, and that if it was even the slightest bit good, we'd be all over it. So now we're seeing over the last year and a half the reaction to it all, the stream, the 76 tie-ins, the leaked greenlit projects of the ones that we've been waiting for a while. But where does Fallout New Vegas find itself in all of this? Well, again, let's continue to set these expectations, right? Bethesda's moving the right direction. We're giving you Fallout content. Why don't I think it's New Vegas? Well, first and foremost, if it's happening, it won't be for a while. Given how flat-footed Bethesda and co were caught with the TV show, this project would have been greenlit as early as maybe mid-2024. And I know it's hard to imagine as Fallout fans because we know how popular the brand is, but I guess at least they know now, right? But the timeline is impossible where they could get a remaster of New Vegas out in response to season 1 of the TV show for where season 2 was going, which was New Vegas. But furthermore, Bethesda kind of redefined the standards of remasters with Oblivion, which does throw a monkey wrench into it. It was the game we remembered, bugs and all, but with a new coat of paint on it.
The Oblivion remake is an interesting thing because Bethesda completely failed it. It was successful, but Bethesda failed it because you see, Bethesda added its touch to it, sadly, and that touch was censorship. Body type A, body type B, everything Bethesda did with the Oblivion remaster, everything they touched with it, completely fell apart and people hated it. So again, it's just luck. The game was good.
And if that is the standard versus what we were originally asking for, which for those who don't know that, who haven't been around the Mr. Matty content for a while, you can like find videos of me talking about Fallout 3 and New Vegas remasters and like 2013, 14, 15. Like we went into it so many times. We were ready to just take like an up-resed port or even just a very basic bare minimum port of like the same exact game. But Bethesda has now shifted those expectations. And because they have shifted them, it means that these types of remasters will take longer, and especially when Bethesda sees how much money they are making off the Oblivion remaster. It's still one of the top-selling games of the year. All the more reason to do exactly what you did last time, but try to one-up yourself. Try to do it even better. So yeah, if you have that window of time where, okay, we could greenlight this as early as mid-2024, it's just not enough time to get this remaster out the door for the show, which I know not everyone was asking like, oh, it has to drop around the show, but maybe they announce it in anticipation for season 2. I don't even think they go that far because again, as I'm going to get into now, the timeline just doesn't work.
It's kind of questionable because they should be dropping something after the show, I guess, or in the middle of the show or something like that. When the hype dies down for the show, it's kind of hard to tell because you know my opinion. I think the season 2 is going to be a disaster. The best. The hell was that? Hello? Right? That's strange. I feel like something happened there. Anyway, the show is going to be a disaster. The best storylines are finished. Lucy, Ghoul is done. Maximus is left. No one fucking likes Maximus. He's a disaster, not a character. It's Jesus Christ. And well, there's nothing really to do with season 2. The ending of season 2 was already absolutely horrid. The showrunners have absolutely no clue what they're doing. The start was the strongest, but even that was kind of like flimsy and not that great. But the moment if you watched season 1, the moment you got to the middle, it just nothing made sense anymore. It was just crude fucking autistic humor or like, oh, let's exile them from the vault, let's kill them. And then it's like, oh, you get a goodbye package after killing people in the vault because that's how they do things? Yeah, this doesn't make sense. You know, it was things like that. The lore got completely retconned and destroyed in so many ways. Ghouls now are immortal unless you're a main character. Well, if you're a main character and if you're not, you just die to anything. It's really stupid. The ghouls need to drink this magical liquid or they become feral. It's really, really, really dumb and stupid, and there's nothing good about it. So yeah.
I think it's way far out, if anything at all. Let's look at Fallout 3 for a brief moment. You see, Fallout 3 is planned, and I think this comes first not only because that was the one that was originally planned, but because it can set the standard for what to expect with New Vegas. Fallout 3 and New Vegas, famously because they share the same engine, and Bethesda gave them the asset library to have Obsidian basically make New Vegas with those pieces and then some of their own in a little bit under 2 years. So I could see this very similar thing happening with the New Vegas remaster, especially when the game itself didn't add a ton of new major mechanics. Like, for example, one of the biggest additions to Fallout New Vegas compared to Fallout 3 was aiming down your sights. But I imagine when the Fallout 3 remaster comes around, this will be a built-in feature because they'll be modeling it after Fallout 4, just like Oblivion Remaster modeled itself after Skyrim. So then you look over at the FTC document. Based on this, everything we've seen...
Oh god, this garbage again. You can't trust this. It's completely wrong.
That's come true from this document, and that's essentially all of it. Everything here was delayed by...
I hate when people say this. This just shows that you don't understand what you're really looking at. Listen, there's only two things in this document. There's games that Bethesda has, and we know all of them. And then there's dates. We know that these things are happening. We know that Doom is coming at some point. We know that Fallout is coming at some point. We know that Elder Scrolls 6 is coming at some point. Okay? So, the fact that we have all of the games and we have just random years doesn't make this document accurate. Yeah, all of this is going to happen sometimes, and the only variable is literally the release year. And it's already completely off. This thing is not reliable. We already know that all of this is happening no matter what at some point.
2 to 2.5 years. That means Fallout 3's remaster is likely a late 2026 or mid 2027 release date.
Also, we should be, if you want to figure out what's actually happening, don't be an idiot. Do it like I do. Bethesda has 3 big franchises, and yes, we're gonna name Starfield one of them because it's hilarious. But obviously, we're talking about Elder Scrolls and Fallout here. They are not going to release 2 Fallouts in a row and 2 Elder Scrolls in a row. It's going to be Fallout, Elder Scroll, and things like that. So you just need to time what's currently happening. You can do all of this, okay? You have the big releases, which is going to be Fallout 5 and Elder Scrolls 6. And we just had we had just the Oblivion remaster, right? Right. So the next thing should be some kind of Fallout remaster. And after that, they can easily drop like the Elder Scrolls 6. And after that, they can drop Fallout 5 or something like that. And then they can do another remaster of something. That's how they can do it. That's the most predictable, most easy to explain, and most logical timeline how they're gonna do things.
Meanwhile, Nate the Hate, who accurately leaked Oblivion, said it'd actually be a while before we get to see it. And given that the Oblivion remaster got pushed into 2025 and Virtuos is likely handling this Fallout 3 remaster too, I'd throw late 2027 out there. So now
I'm not mentioning Starfield, by the way, because the second expansion is probably currently being made by like one fucking intern because Bethesda has absolutely abandoned all hopes for that garbage. Todd Howard's biggest dream since he was a child has completely goddamn imploded.
It all back to Fallout New Vegas, if this ends up being an added on part of the plan, it's like, oh, we should do this next, which I think they should. It's like Fallout 3 is coming first because it's further down the pipeline. And that means you still need years to make it. So if, let's say, Fallout 3's remaster drops in 2027, 2029 is still a pretty, like, optimistic release window, if I'm honest about it. But this is where we get into deep cut speculation now. Because that's if Fallout New Vegas remaster is ever going to be part of the plans. You have to look at it from this angle, too. When Jordan Midler spit out the rumor on the FPS podcast that another Fallout game is on the way, and it's the Fallout game that you've all been asking for, no one really knows what that is. He could be thinking, oh, it's Fallout 5. Like, that's the one everyone wants. That's the one everyone's asking for.
Maybe.
Because the last Fallout game we got was 76, which is now in a great place, but it wasn't for a very long time.
It's not in a great place. It's literally ass and no one should play it. It's dying again. Fallout 76 has already died like 3 times. It's the most hilarious thing ever. Look at this garbage. This is not some kind of a render issue on YouTube. This is how the game looks. It's just that bad. And there's nothing interesting to do in here, okay? I have played it, I know.
It wasn't the Fallout game that people were really wanting at that time. So he could mean 5. But for a lot of Fallout fans, they've interpreted that as a Fallout New Vegas 2. And I get why. Still, the reality is, at the heart of it all, we have no clue at all. It's a safe assumption, yes, but it's not a definite, as is the world of rumors. So to me, when I see that, it's possible you take the New Vegas remaster completely out of the equation, and Bethesda and Xbox have opted to say, well, why don't we just make a new game set in New Vegas, or make a game set around the west coast of Fallout? Like, I feel that is the obvious move for Fallout 5, which I've already gone in depth on why I think it's going to be in San Francisco, and Bethesda's teased that pretty heavily, and also literally made sure Obsidian did not take San Francisco off the map in New Vegas because they wanted to use it as a future location. And when you look at that combined with the TV show focusing a lot on the West Coast, I do think that's the next mainline game. But I do want to just float the idea out there that just because it's obvious to us doesn't mean it's obvious to them. For example, I think a New Vegas remaster is free money, and no matter when you deliver it, you should deliver it, because that would be...
Yeah, it is free money. Todd doesn't care about money. He's a literal millionaire. Todd currently cares about securing his legacy. And that's pretty much it. And he cannot allow... And the best way to secure his pity fucking legacy is pretty much just make sure... not to make a good game. It's just to make sure that nothing outshines him again this hot. That's it.
Great for fans. However, after interviewing Mark Dara and learning how EA turned down not only a Dragon Age Origins remake idea, but remasters and the Champions trilogy, I don't think these execs sometimes have a clue at all what a good money opportunity is, even if it literally slapped them in the face like that. So while, again, it's obvious to us, like, oh, it's obvious Fallout's big.
I mean, didn't we a year ago, constantly talk about how we're tired of remakes because it's the age of remakes, no new games but remakes? Wasn't that also a thing that happened? I mean...
They're just greenlighting Fallout 5 now, and this is years after Xbox has owned Bethesda. It's a little insane how slow-moving things have been for this franchise. Yes, the TV show has dramatically accelerated all, but it's all reactionary, which is a worrying case unto itself. I'm glad they're making moves, though. So yeah, I don't really think a New Vegas remaster is a guarantee, not even because it's not in the rumor mill, but just because, like, what rumors we do have surrounding New Vegas or New Vegas 2 have popped up multiple times more than anything involving a New Vegas remaster. And there's also the world where the Fallout...
I have played Fallout Vegas, I don't know how many times at this point. I have never actually explored this building. I really have never done that, huh? Wow.
Remaster. And there's also the world where the Fallout 3 remaster synchronizes well with like a season 3 or 4 of the Fallout TV show that maybe makes its way to the East Coast, but that's like far-flung speculation. We'll see if we even get there yet. So what are we expecting for the TV show? Well, for starters, I know it makes sense in our brains that New Vegas show equals New Vegas game, and that should just be what happens, but remember that Fallout 76 was the biggest beneficiary of this show, as I've covered before. It's not Fallout 4, not Fallout 3, not the originals, but 76. And if you want to cut deeper than that to get to the lore aspect of it all, 76 is the polar opposite end of the timeline. Like, it has nothing that really reminds you of the TV show outside of it being the current updated Fallout product. So I can see a world where 76 focuses even harder on the TV show. Keep in mind, two things have been said. One, Bethesda has teased that whatever's coming out next for 76 is the biggest update the game has ever received. That means it's bigger than Wastelanders, and that is absolutely significant. Number two.
Yeah, we have heard that. Whatever it is, it's gonna be bad. I mean, it's true. Do you really think Fallout 76 is ever gonna be good? It's too late. It's not.
They have already promised that they are going to have tie-in content with Season 2. What that will be is anybody's guess because we don't know how closely these teams are collaborating. But given how much money and attention 76 got, I could see a world where there was a deeper relationship there. And money talks, right? Like, if there is a time to swing hard with 76, especially with its surprise resurgence.
I don't know. They're gonna obviously try, but again, 76 has unironically already died thrice, I think. Or at least twice. Because they were gonna shut down 76 because it was not making that much money. Wait, it effectively it goes like this. It died on release. Then it died at the end because Bethesda literally wanted to shut it down because it was losing them money. And then the TV show happened, it got a huge boost, and now it's literally teetering at the same place it was almost at the same place where previously Bethesda already wanted to shut it down. That's wild. Fallout 76 has unironically kind of died 3 times already. And it's going for a 4th one. That's insane. There's no saving this franchise. No matter how much hype happens, it's just benefiting from the fact that it's the newest game, the most updated game. That's what it's benefiting from.
I do think Season 2 is a great opportunity to do so. And if you look at the community calendar that just released today, you can see that at the end of December, the day after the new season of the show drops, Bethesda is doing Double Score and Gold Rush. So yeah, I think they are preparing for the influx of players. Like I said, though, in prior videos.
Well, they're probably doing that, but I don't think it's gonna happen because, again, I think Bethesda is gonna get absolutely slapped in the nutsack with the Fallout TV show Season 2. Because no one expected Season 1 to be this massive. Because keep in mind, it was like one of the most massive things to happen in gaming, theoretically. It revitalized literally every Fallout game that there is. It's insane. And yet, at the same time, Season 2 is going to be a disaster, and it's... All the tourists are gone. All the tourists are gone. No one cares about the TV show. I would be surprised even if 50% of the people who watch Season 1 come back. And the people who come back, they're not going to fucking play the games. We're going to probably see a resurgence in the numbers, but the resurgence in the numbers is not going to be 30 times more players. It's going to be like, I don't know, maybe 20k, maybe doubling for some games. And that's going to be it. I really, really don't see Season 2 happening this big like Season 1 did. I really don't. I think this was lightning in a bottle, and it's not repeating. Anyway, that was Mr. Manny Plays 10 out of 10. Bye!